If you're stuck choosing between BlueChew Max and VMAX and are unsure which one works better, let me save you some time. I've tried them both, and while they look similar on the surface, they actually feel completely different. And depending on what you're looking for, strength, consistency, timing, or just reliability, one of them just makes way more sense than the other. And just a quick heads up before we dive into this, if you do end up wanting to try either Max or VMAX after watching this, I'll put the deal I found in the description below, or you can just scan the QR code that's on screen to get Blue Chew's ED meds at the best price available anywhere. So now the reason I even tried Max and VMAX was honestly just curiosity. I've been using Blue Chew's sildenafil for a while and it worked well, but after seeing them add combo options, I wanted to know what the actual difference was. So I tried Max and VMAX back to back to see how they worked and which one I prefer. The first difference between them is what's actually inside each one. Blue Chew's Max is a combination of sildenafil plus tadalafil in one chewable. Sildenafil is the same active ingredient as Viagra. It kicks in fast and lasts about 4 to 6 hours. But tadalafil takes longer to kick in, but lasts up to 36 hours instead of fitting quickly. VMAX, on the other hand, mixes vardenafil with tadalafil. Now, vardenafil is the active ingredient in Levitra, and it's known for being very consistent and causing less issues with side effects. It doesn't hit as hard as sildenafil, but it's smoother and it's way more predictable. And again, that tadalafil is there in the background to keep everything stable for a long time. So just from the formula, Max leans more towards intensity and VMAX leans more towards stability. Now, let's talk about how they actually feel when you take them. With Max, the sildenafil is what you feel first. It comes on faster, it gives you a pretty noticeable boost. Then the tadalafil keeps things going for longer. VMAX feels different. It doesn't hit like a switch flipping. It ramps up more gradually and settles into a very natural, very steady feel. Every time I took it, it felt almost identical. Same timing, same reliability. Timing actually matters a lot when you're trying to decide between these two. Max tends to kick in a little quicker, which is great if you don't like planning anything in advance or your timing is unpredictable. VMAX takes a bit longer, but once it's there, it stays incredibly stable, which makes it a better fit if you want a predictable experience every single time. And for anyone who has tried sildenafil before and experienced any side effects like the typical flushing, stuffy nose, or headaches, VMAX might be worth a try since vardenafil is known to be tolerated better by some men. Now, Blue Chew also lets you choose different monthly packs for both Max and VMAX, so you don't have to commit to a huge pack right away. You can start with a smaller amount, see how your body responds, and decide from there. Now, here's my personal verdict after trying both. Overall, I felt Max is the stronger option. If you want the fastest onset and the most noticeable boost, that's the one that delivers the most intensity. VMAX is the steadier option. If you want something that feels smooth, reliable, and consistent without hitting hard, like I said, that's where it really stands out. Neither one is better than the other. They're just built for different preferences. So the real choice comes down to what you want most: intensity or consistency, power or predictability. If you want the strongest possible effect, go with Max. If you want something that just works the same way every single time, or you had some issues with side effects before, VMAX is probably the better match. And if you do decide you want to try either one, I'll put the deal I mentioned earlier in the description below, or just simply scan the QR code on screen so you're not paying full price for your first pack. And if you've tried either one of these already or both, I'm curious which one worked better for you. Just drop your experience in the comments below. It might help some others decide.